Hey everyone, today I have a review of some budget truly wireless Bluetooth earphones. These are by HalfEars, the T15s, and their design will resemble a certain popular Bluetooth earphone as well once I get this out of the packaging. And I have to say I have unboxed quite a few of these budget type truly wireless earphones, and this is probably one of the best unboxing experience I've seen. The earbuds in their charging case is easily accessible right up front in this cardboard box cutout, and then actually inside this cardboard box you have the other paper literature as well as the USB Type-C charging cable, which is nice to see. Instruction manual is pretty detailed as well, with some nice graphics as well as some FAQs if you do run into some troubleshooting. But of course I'll be going over the main functionality in this latter part of this review video. So first, starting off with the form. So here's the case itself. It's definitely on the smaller compact size. I'll have a quick comparison with the Apple Airpods in just a minute once you see the actual earbuds themselves. But it's an otherwise very unassuming matte white finish, and it has a single USB charging port in the back. And for my use, I usually just charge the case maybe about once a week if I use the earbuds pretty often. And I would say the charging case itself can charge the earbuds from maybe about 20% to full, roughly 3 to 4 times. So battery capacity on this case is pretty adequate for the size. So opening up the case, you can see the earbuds themselves. They are the long stem versions, so the microphone is closer to your mouth for a little bit better audio quality. There is an LED battery indicator right in the center of the case, which basically tells you the pairing process as well as how much battery life is left in the case. And you can see in the instruction manual here that the color and also if it is flashing orange or not will tell you the rough percentage of how much is left in the case. Near the LED is also a single hardware button that would also reset the Bluetooth pairing if you needed to, because the pairing is by the case, which I'll demonstrate in just a moment. But taking a closer look, you can see that there are some magnetic pins that align with the earbuds, so you can smoothly and easily pop them back into the case when you need to charge them up. So you can see the design definitely resembles the Apple Airpods with the stem design, and the microphone is here on the bottom. You can see the little black cutout here, and then it is more of an open ear design, and it's obviously a one-size-fits-all, so there's possibility that it may not fit your ears. I would say the fit is very similar to that of Apple Airpods, and of course there are no interchangeable replacement tips to be found here, so it truly is, if it doesn't fit your ears, you're kind of out of luck here. But if they do fit your ears fine, then they will stay in well, just as Apple Airpods. They do fit me well, fortunately enough, so even with my vigorous shake tests or when I'm working out, they stay in my ears with no problem. Now, since I have been making that comparison to the Apple Airpods so much, here are the Apple Airpods side by side case-wise with these HalfEars. And you can see that dimension-wise it is still a little bit bigger than the Apple Airpods, but it's not huge by any means. One thing I do want to point out is that overall build quality of the HalfEars case is pretty plasticky, as you would probably expect at this price range. Especially when you open up the hinge, it just feels a little bit flimsy, especially compared to the metal hinge on the Apple Airpods. But then comparing side by side the actual earbuds themselves, form factor wise, they are very similar. Of course, you can see that the stem on the HalfEars is a little bit more angled because it's not a completely smooth out design like the Apple Airpods is. Microphones once again are on the bottom. You can see that the HalfEars stick out your ears probably a little bit more, say a half a centimeter more than the AirPods, but the stem design does allow it to have a little bit more clear or flat surface for your fingers to touch in terms of using it for functionality. And speaking of functionality, Bluetooth pairing is as you would with any other kind of truly wireless Bluetooth earphone. You gotta go to your Bluetooth settings on your device. It'll show up as T15, just need to pair it, and then you're good to go. Now, something that I do want to point out here is that it starts the Bluetooth pairing process once you open the lid, and likewise closing the lid will disconnect the Bluetooth pairing. This also means that switching from 2 earbud to 1 earbud is very simple. You just need to leave 1 earbud in the case, and the other earbud will still remain paired to your device, and it will function just as it would normally with its usual tap functions in the mono use. So in terms of functionality, what can these earbuds do? So of course they can pause and plays your music. On either earbud, if you double tap either one of them, it will pause or play the music depending on what the mode is. One single touch and then holding for a couple seconds and then releasing will allow you to skip a track on the right ear or reverse a track on the left earbud. And then triple tapping on any of the earbuds will bring up Siri. So it is actually able to perform a little bit more functionality than the Apple Airpods even. But unfortunately, just like the Apple Airpods, there's no way to control volume straight from the earbuds themselves. But in terms of touch sensitivity and proper control, I think this is one of the better ones that I've seen in a budget earphone. There aren't any of those ghost taps or lack of functionality when you wanted to do something rather than the other, which is very important, especially when you want to pick up versus reject phone calls. Now, I know you guys are also curious about sound quality. I would say they are a little bit less than what you would expect from an Apple AirPod, for example, but they are decent. Not a whole lot of bass to be expected for this open design, but again, for the price, it's good. It's good enough for you. Battery life is pretty average, I would say, 2 to 3 hours depending on listening volume. Perhaps you can get a little bit more than just that, but unfortunately, when it's low battery, maybe about 20%, there's a voice that comes on in the earbuds that constantly keeps on saying, low battery, please charge, low battery, please charge. And unfortunately, you don't want to keep on listening, of course, if there's that playing as well. So kind of wish they would have removed that, maybe just a simple beep once to know that you are on low battery, and then just leave it as is and let the battery die out on the earbuds, and the user can choose when to actually charge the earbuds. But for the money, I think these are still a pretty good choice in terms of true wireless Bluetooth earphones with the long stem design, touch controls, all of that. As usual, the product link to this with the latest pricing and availability will be in the description down below if you guys are interested.